If you are making headband or ear warmers, you technically done. And if you want to make beanie, let's continue. I do have 22 stitches. 22, I cannot divide it equally, therefore I will be reducing every third stitch, and let me show you how to do that. Okay, so let's reduce the stitch right away here and complete it, and we move to the next one. So we add this additional stitch here. That way, when we close, instead of 3, we close 4 petals, we will reduce by 1 stitch. So now we have 4. And let's pinch yarn and move through all of these loops. Find your yarn, go back, connect. Now we just close like any other puff stitch, and you can see that this flower here no longer have 6 petals, will have only 5. Please do this all the way around. Every third stitch reduce 1 stitch, and I will see you in the end of this row. In the end, I do not want to have 2 reduced stitches together because my first stitch was reduced. In this case, I will just finish reduced one, and I will keep 3, 3, and 2 to close my 7th row. I have 17 stitches on the top. So my next row, I will do exactly the same way. I will be reducing stitches every third stitch. Okay, we're almost in the end. As you can see, your head is narrowing pretty nicely. And because we always start the beginning of the reducing stitch, we want to be sure we do not have 2 next to each other. This is my 2nd row reducing stitches, and I did every third stitch. So I have originally 22 stitches. The first row reduced to 17, and this one to 13 stitches. Looks more like a beanie now. Now the last row, row number 10. Instead of 3, you'll be making 4 puff stitches in each stitch. So let's start. And 4. You will do this every stitch in this row. You will connect 4 puff stitches together. This is my 5th stitch, which I made 4 puff stitches, 4, 4, 4. 4 times reduced puff stitches, and now I have only 3 because I already have top of my row here. So I just connect this together, and this is our last row, number 10. Almost there. We have only one thing to do, which I think is the most challenging thing to do, only because our hook is straight and we're working in a circle. As you see, I have this opening here, and I have 5 stitches left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I want to do now is to make 1 flower, which will connect those 5 openings. So to finish this, will be very helpful if you can use additional hook or knitting needles to transfer your puff stitch before you close all of them together. Our hook is straight and we work in a circle, and it's hard to get all together at the same time. So we will start with incompleted puff stitch. Yarn over, and again incompleted. We want 5 of those here in the end. And after the third one, it's kind of hard to go to the next one. You see, this is kind of pulling. So either you can transfer to another hook for a moment, or you can transfer using the knitting needle. And you can transfer only 2. Just so they kind of wait for you here before you finish all together. That's my number 4. And the last one, number 5. See, I will be unable to hold all those 5 in a straight line. That's why I'm transferring to the knitting needle or another hook if you want. Now what you will do, you will close all of them together, which you will pinch your yarn. And you can actually put the whole finger here right now because this is the most challenging part of the head. Once you pull through your yarn through the first 3 that are on your hook, keep that finger here still. Now let's transfer this back to my hook. Making sure all my loops are back like they originally were. And I like to use large size because it's easy to transfer. Now this is my pinching yarn. I will go through my 2 loops. And now, as you see, I connected all 5. This is my pinching yarn. I will make this really tight now and close my stitch and slip stitch. So let me show you how this looks. We will put this yarn inside the hat. But before I cut this yarn, I want to show you how this actually looks like. So this is your last flower here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where you connect all 5 together. And that is the most challenging part of this head, but with practice I'm sure you can do it. Once I'm happy how it looks, I will cut my yarn, put the yarn to the beginning yarn. You will hide that end as well. So you made it. This is your new Jasmine Stitch beanie. I would love to see your finished projects. Share them with me, and happy crocheting, and thank you for spending that time with me to make a new winter beanie.